Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, you want to set a fantastic Wednesday. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening going into your future. We do have some stuff to talk about tonight. Um, just with our high temperature that's about to roll through the state as we get into obviously this weekend. Also, our dryness period taking place, especially as we go into tomorrow as well. So, we do have some, again, like I said, some stuff to talk about. But first, if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button, make sure you're going to do so. Also, make sure you're going to hit the share button as well. Share with all the people that you know, as we are trying to get to, yes, 500 subscribers. We're at 460 right now. 460 right now. So it would mean a lot if you go on and share it with all the people that you know so we can go on and get to that goal of 500. Let's go on now. Let's go on now and talk with the recorded audience for the people who can unfortunately not be here tonight. One second. Is it still loading up? Alright, there we go. Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, you want to set a fantastic Wednesday. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, you can see, not a whole lot going on, except for maybe a little shower right here near Bamberg, and just to the west of Myrtle Beach as well. If we go on now to our look at the entire United States, we do have some rain going on in Alabama as well as North Carolina, Virginia included, as well as Kansas. And look at the severe weather. Nebraska, the Dakotas, Wisconsin, Michigan, all receiving some rainfall. Some thunder, obviously some rainfall going on in places like Montana, Idaho, as well as the Four Corners region as well. As we go on now to our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now is showing some pretty scattered to maybe even isolated cloud cover right now. Only places where there really is some cloud cover is pretty much maybe where like an isolated shower is, or just some low clouds. But other than that, there's nothing else really is going on there. If we go next to our cloud cover for the future, moving through tonight, you can see that cloud cover again just remaining scattered. As we get into tomorrow morning, cloud cover is starting to look still kind of scattered, maybe getting kind of into the widespread part, but overall mainly scattered. And as we go into tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours as well, you can see that cloud cover starting to build up in the upstate, while some isolated clouds going on inside of the central portion of South Carolina as well. Current temperatures right now: 73 in Columbia, 73 in Gilbert, as well as 73 in Newberry, 71 in Lawrence, as well as 73 in Conway and Myrtle Beach, 75 in Somerville and Charleston, as well as 73 in Ondale. We also have 73 down there in Furman, 77 in Hampton, and even 75 in Hilton Head Island and Beaufort. Up here, like inside the upstate, 70. That is 70 inside of Greenville, 71 in Spartanburg, Gaffney, and Rock Hill as well. Going into your low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures for tonight around 64 in Greenville, 64 in Spartanburg, as well as 64 in Rock Hill, 65 in Lawrence, as well as 66 in Greenwood, 65 in Aiken and Barnwell, as well as 67 in Orangeburg, 66 in Moncks Corner, 70 in Charleston. We also have 68 in Georgetown, 69 in Myrtle Beach, as well as 71 in Hilton Head Island. Going into your forecast precipitation for tonight, we do have that risk for some more rainfall as we go into, obviously, tonight, as we just said. 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch for a lot of areas, like, for example, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, Moncks Corner, Kingstree, Sumter, as well as even, like, Camden and Greenwood as well. All of these regions have that chance to receive some precipitation, or at least from 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch. And as we go into around that 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch range, we may probably places like Greenville, going into Chirot and Dillon as well. And then, some other regions as well. Some areas might get a quarter of an inch to a half an inch, but that goes again 8 p.m. tonight all the way into 8 p.m. tomorrow night. So some of this rainfall may have actually already passed. Just matters the timing. And we're going to talk about the timing in just a second. But first, let's talk about severe weather. Going into tonight, starting off, marginal risk of severe weather is still here for like Spartanburg, Greenville, Rock Hill, Florence, Myrtle Beach, as well as Georgetown. This was mainly a damaging wind threat. Not really anything else more than that, and just a gusty wind threat. As we go into tomorrow, Thursday, May the 15th, no severe weather is expected as we go into tomorrow as of now. And then as we go into Friday, some thunderstorms also possible up there just to the north and west of Greenville and Spartanburg as well. As we go on now, let's talk about our excessive rainfall. So here we go right here. Get this thing up right here. You can see as we go into day 1, nothing for tonight. As we go into tomorrow, nothing for tomorrow. Same thing with day 3, day 4, nothing else. Day 5, nothing there either. As we go on now, let's talk about our model. So starting off here with the HRRR. Time is in the top right corner of your screen. And as we get started here at 9 p.m., as we just go in and push this forward some more, you can just see, just isolated rain. It's not really anything much more than that. And as we get into tomorrow morning, look at this, 9 all the way to 3 p.m. Nice and dry tomorrow. Honestly, we might have a very nice and dry day tomorrow. Even the 16th as well, going into Friday, is looking pretty dry as well as we get into the main part of Friday. So definitely, there could be some isolated showers here and there. Obviously, as we go into probably around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, it probably is when it will end. And then maybe the chance for another little shower as we go into around like 11 a.m., 2 p.m., going into May the 16th on Friday. Up there in like near Rock Hill, for example. But overall, nothing else really that's catching any type of concern or anything like that. Let's go on now and talk about our long-term future. Long-term future, like the next 300 to 400 hours. So now as we go on and look at that, as my keyboard hopefully is not about to die, it'll last a little bit longer. Here at the GFS time, again, top right corner of your screen, we start off here, May the 16th. As we push this forward some more, you can see the rainfall here. Let me go ahead and put it into this. You can see pretty much that rainfall pretty much just continues, even as you go into around May the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th as well. Maybe showing some rainfall there. If you go into the 22nd, 23rd looks dry. Even going into the 24th as well, looks pretty dry as well. And then the 25th, 26th, also looking kind of dry. 26th actually is when you could probably start to see some more rain. And then once we get past the 27th, all this stuff right here that's still attempting to load. Overall, that stuff is just a bit too far out, so we're just going to stop there. Let's go on now and talk about the crazy score. If you have no idea what the crazy score is, it is a score that is used to just say how crazy the weather is inside of South Carolina. Now, this score is completely automated. It is not made by me by any sort of fashion. So this is strictly just run off of the National Weather Service and what they expect will happen as we go into, obviously, just for tonight. Nothing for the future or anything like that. So let's go on and show it right now. It is still inside the moderate category right now. It is at, or actually not even inside the moderate category, inside of the mild category, of a 27, and probably the reason why it's not inside that calm category, number one, partly to mostly cloudy, obviously. For it to be inside calm, it needs to be clear skies or light clouds, and then also patchy fog as well, mainly in rural or low-lying spots. So if you're inside any rural or low-lying spots tonight, make sure that you maybe watch out for some patchy fog. It's not going to be anything, major, nothing that you haven't seen before, but it is indeed possible. And so that's it in terms of our weather score. Let's go on now and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go on and see what the audience has to say for tonight. Starting off with Miss Tolliver, who says, "Good evening. Beautiful day at my house. Pond looks full and my birds are happy. Any more rain on the way? Yes, still looking active for the last part of May, so definitely, even though, maybe dry, it actually did rain today, at least where I was. Not quite sure. Again, it was a pretty tiny shower, so it wasn't really anything like major, but it did drop some. It did drop some. My cousin Cheryl says, "Good evening, man. You know it's raining up here in Philly all day. Still raining, but we need the rain. I'm at work, but I'm listening. Love you much, your cousin Cheryl. Same thing down here as well. Thank you for the message. We need the rain down here as well. We'll look at the drop monitor tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty impactful weather forecast, so make sure that you're there tomorrow night." Cheryl says, "Hi, Joseph. Hello to you." And then my cousin Thad says, oops, not mean to do that. Good evening. I hope all is well. It was a scorcher day here in San Antonio. Before I move on to Mr. Anthony, though, I heard that it was a special day today. We have a birthday inside the chat. My cousin Thad's birthday is today, so let's go and give him a round of applause for that real quick. Okay, there we go. There we go. Happy birthday to you as well. Hopefully your day was great. And I just wanted to say that as I was not able to text earlier. And then Mr. Anthony says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you as well." And that's it. So hopefully that about wraps up any more questions that we do have. And let's go on now, since we're already here. Let's go on and talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia as well, since we are already here. Starting off with San Antonio first. Low temperatures tonight, 73. High temperatures tomorrow at 103. Tomorrow, 103 degrees. Low temperatures tomorrow night at 76. No precipitation tonight, and no precipitation tomorrow as well. So you're still going to be in that scorcher type weather. Raleigh, low temperatures tonight, 64. High temperatures tomorrow at 87. Low temperatures tomorrow night at 68. Chance of showers is obviously tonight. And then tomorrow during the day, slight chance of showers as you go into tomorrow during the day, and then no precipitation tomorrow night. Philadelphia, low temperatures tonight, 61. High temperatures tomorrow at 76. Low temperatures tomorrow night at 63. No precipitation is expected tonight. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow during the day and tomorrow night as well. And so that is it in terms of our forecast for those three. Let's talk about severe weather. You start off with excessive rainfall first. We're going to start off with that. Seems to be like that's the most prominent one. Nothing really for tonight. Even tomorrow as well. And just as you continue through the next 5 days, no excessive rainfall is expected, but that will change as we go into Raleigh first. You can see up there, day one, we do have a marginal risk for some severe weather, obviously tonight. Again, that's just with that damaging wind threat and actually a hail threat as well. They did actually add a hail threat for portions of South Carolina as well. And then even tomorrow as well, Raleigh has another chance for some severe weather with wind and hail. And then maybe even some more thunderstorms on Friday. So you're still not done. Pennsylvania is the next area, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Starting off on Friday, May the 16th, 2025. Marginal risk of severe weather. That is for Friday, May the 16th. Right now, obviously it's a bit too far, so the main hazard percentages have not been released yet, but just know you have that probability of severe weather, 5% probability of severe weather as you go into Friday. No excessive rainfall, though, like I said, for either location, so you're good there. And now let's go on and talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States. Starting off, let's see what it says. It reads that pretty much that severe weather continues inside of the east. And then as you go on inside of obviously the central U.S., still scorching hot. We just saw San Antonio, for example. Isolated flood threat from the central to the northern plains tonight into early Thursday. The severe weather threat will progress eastward to the upper Mississippi Valley, so that's Great Lakes, into the lower Ohio Valley Thursday, major to extreme heat, even inside of southern Texas into next week, while widespread record-breaking temperatures are possible. We'll talk about those record-breaking temperatures in South Carolina as well, or those scorching temperatures, not quite in the hundreds, but maybe some feel-like temperatures in the hundreds, though, as we go into this weekend. We'll talk about that. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be a very, very, very impactful weather forecast as we go into, obviously, tomorrow night. And that's it. Don't really see anything else out the chat. That says thank you for the birthday wishes as well. And that's no problem at all. And that's gonna about wrap this up. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. If you did, make sure you go and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button as well. Share it with all the people that you know. We're at 460, I believe, 460 subscribers right now. Trying to, again, get to 500. We are 40 away. 40 away. We're still at 40. So make sure that you go on and do so. I will be back going into tomorrow morning with your Thursday forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.